All right, so we need to lock the cabin doors.
They will before you take off.
Okay.
But good to look. No, I'm serious. You may have a passenger here waiting on the fresh air and they forget.
Yeah, and I look.
I've seen the pilot forget more than once.
So we got 2 people in the pattern now?
Yes.
All right, that's great. That's just fine. That's just perfect. And he's staying in the pattern too?
Well, he made 1 lap. I don't know how many more he'll make.
Okay. At this point, this is my next stage. I've already done all this. You say?
What you want to do is listen to what's going on. So we now have a guy on downwind. We're waiting for the Seminole to clear the runway. We'll dim the lights out so we can see the green. We're at green oil temp, so we're good to go whenever you want to go.
So go ahead and just...
You can, but you got a guy who was on the runway. And Seminole, you clear the runway yet?
We'll be in about 15 seconds, 220.
Okay, thanks. I just sit here. I don't like being on the runway with my back to it without being able to see.
I agree.
Some people don't mind that, especially if you're in a hurry or something, but...
Scan traffic, 220, clear runway 6, taxiing back runway 60 at Alpha.
All right, now you can go ahead. The other guy's still on downwind. Don't ride the brakes. All your lights on.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is taking off runway 6.
It's still riding the brakes.
Person County.
First County Traffic 9140 on Bravo Lima, turning left base, runway 6, First County.
35, rotate.
Too high. About 10 degrees nose up. See right there?
Yep.
That's as high as you ever want to go on the takeoff, because the plane does not have the power to go any higher than that and sustain it. I mean, if you had to miss a bird, you could pull up, but you're about to do a power on stall.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to practice those today.
Well, we could.
No, it was a joke. Totally joke. Total joke.
So was mine.
It is a little hazy, isn't it?
So what I want you to focus on a lot this morning is pitch control.
Okay. Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
So all these little puffy scud running around out here seem to be no higher than 700 feet.
Yep.
So the reg below 700 feet is 1 mile in clear clouds. So you can see through them, they don't count as clouds.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
First County Traffic 9140 on Bravo Lima is exiting on runway 6, Alpha 5, taxi back to the runway. First County.
And the other thing you want to keep in mind is, are they dissipating or are they tightening up? So that you don't end up getting caught out. My guess is they're not of any concern, but doesn't mean I totally ignore them.
Oh, it's smoother today than it's been. How was it going to Ohio? Was it bad?
Well, West Virginia was its typical cloudy, cumulus south.
All right, so I'm going to speak out loud so you know what I'm doing. I'm dipping down on purpose. I know I'm supposed to check my pitch. I'm lowering my power a little bit because I am going a little bit high.
Okay.
Approaching my beam point anyway. Now I should be descending at 500.
That's
on average.
Approximate, yeah. Not a mandate, it's just an approximate.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
Person County traffic, 718-3220, departing runway 6, left closed traffic. Person.
The 500, if you fly a perfect traffic pattern, works out really well. However, it's just a general suggestion, because if it's causing you to get lower than you want to be, it's up to you to fix it. Now, use your DG to help you square the pattern out. So 6 ought to be, you're skidding, 6 ought to be right off your wingtip most of the time.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Otherwise, you may be flying either towards or away from the runway. And if you get further out, then, and right now we're about 1 3/10 miles. That's a long way at a 500 foot above the ground. See how flat it looks over there?
Yep. I'm
okay.
adding
So
power.
Yeah, time to fix it. And make your announcement.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is final for runway 6, Person County.
Don't get low out here. Level out, get some power in, level out, get your back where it looks good. Coming in flat is really tough to make a good landing. Having the round out is what helps you be able to make it work. Now watch your airspeed. You're still coming in low. Going way too fast. You got no flaps
County
in.
traffic 220, turn left crosswind runway 6, Person.
Remember, you also have a speed limit for all the flaps except the first notch. How long you been married?
30-some.
I guess you don't remember dating anymore.
Oh, we had this conversation.
Looking good. Keep working it slowly, but stay with it.
That was not good.
You were in the right place. You just didn't finish. You were, and that's why the floating makes it so tough.
County traffic.
Go ahead.
220, turning left downwind runway 6, Person County.
Now, if you want to make good landings, you got to really, really, really focus on the approach. And as soon as something isn't quite the way it ought to be, the faster you fix it, the better off you're going to be.
So I'm going to tell you exactly what was the issue that I recognized.
Okay.
I was so focused on pitch that I wasn't paying attention to distance from the runway.
Okay.
And that's why when I turned, I was off.
Okay, and I'd agree with that.
Because what I wanted to do is this, down the board slides perfectly. And to keep it perfect, I went too far up.
That's correct.
So while I had
as soon as you realized that,
I should have fixed it.
If that's the point, go ahead and power up enough to slow your sync rate.
Lima is taking active runway 6 and will be departing to the south, Paris County.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County. Yeah, there's little clouds coming by. Makes life a little bit more interesting.
Person County traffic 220, turn left base runway 26, or runway 6, Person County.
It's also a good lesson in the fact that there are times one end of the runway is not so good, but the other end's fine.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
One end's clear, the other end's not.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
And so sometimes, you know, especially if you're needing to land, you can go for the clear end.
And if I was alone and nobody was in the pattern, I
Paris County traffic.
Feel better about runway.
Yeah. Bravo Lima is open runway 6.
Traffic 220, turning final runway 6, Person County.
7 South Center, 4 Foxtrot is 5 miles to the north. And 2000 inbound 3 Colton.
Well, I feel a little bit better about this.
Yeah, your distance looks good.
Monroe traffic, Cessna 144 Papa Whiskey, 10 miles from the ring on the 45, Monroe, for runway 23.
Keep your nose level right now. Don't let it come down. Pull up on it. Pull up on it. More. Right about there. Power back to 17. 10 degrees of flaps. When you hit about 80, then relax. Let the nose drop like you just did. Perfect. And about now, start your turn.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
And we may still have gone a little too far out, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think we did. I use 2.4 so much that I know the marker's better on that side.
Well,
It's not, I know it's a handicap and I'm not supposed to count on it. I'm just,
well, I mean, we all did it. I did the same thing when I was learning. Just tough to make the farmers move their land to the next airport every time you go.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Person County traffic, runway 3220, clear runway 6, taxiing back runway 6 via Alpha.
Okay, so now your altitude looks pretty good for the distance. Certainly wouldn't really want to be any lower, but this angle down isn't bad.
Alright, go to traffic 70, runway Charlie.
Now you're looking real good. So now you're on the flaps. There you go. And just aim just like you're doing great on the pitch. I want to start slowing down. So you may have to ease the power out just a little bit. Looking good. Power out some more. Good. But don't drop the nose, because what we want to do is stay on the same slope. We just want to slow down. Looking real good. Power all the way out. If it had work that right foot in your flare, and you got it.
Person County traffic, November 413 Bravo Lima, Diamond 40 at 4,500. Currently, we're about 7 nautical
Remember,
miles
you
south
can't
of the
dump that
airfield,
nose.
performing
If you
maneuvers
dump
at
the nose, you lose
4,500.
all your lift. You can dump it a tiny, tiny bit, but you can't make it that far down and get away with it.
I would give that one a 50%. 50%.
Yeah, you were right there.
I hit it right.
Yeah,
I just pulled,
yeah, you just
and then I didn't hold it, and that was part of the problem.
yeah, and you're remember, think in terms of most of the time it's just a slow, easy movement.
Yep. And typically,
But that was all in all pretty good. The approach in was about as good as you're going to get. We didn't float far.
nope.
And the round out was looking pretty good. So just keep polishing on that.
And it's already hot. Weird.
Hey, remember the clouds we had last round?
Yeah,
6-7 minutes ago?
they're gone. Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 6. There's more coming though.
Well, or they're going.
It looks like it's going this way.
Well, that's actually probably true, because it seemed like the wind's pushing you a little bit on the pattern.
Yeah. Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Into downwind, Monroe.
Okay, traffic, 718-3220, intersection departure, Alpha 2, runway 6, departure to the south, person.
Okay, so I think that means they're both gone.
I'm alone now, huh?
That means if you'd prefer to change runways, I think you can.
Person County traffic, November 413 Bravo Lima, Diamond 40. We're currently 3 nautical miles to the south of the airfield. We're going to be descending out of 4,500 for 2,600 inbound for traffic pattern work. Person.
For what?
The traffic pattern.
He didn't say which runway he's going to.
He did not.
That's bad. So now I can't change.
Yeah, sure you can.
Well, but he thinks maybe what if he heard me say 6 before?
Well, just tell him we're changing to runway 24. After this guy departs.
Well, should I try 16 or no? Should I try one more time on 6 or no?
Up to you. Be fine. You can do 6 and roll out to the end, turn around, and go back out the other way. You want to use 2-4? After this?
Yeah.
And Diamond inbound to Person County for pattern work. After the Seminole leaves, we're going to change to runway 24 to get the sun out of our eyes, if that works for you.
Alright, 24 sounds good. We'll go ahead and do that, Person County.
Okay, we're 2 Papa Alpha Cessna. We're currently about to turn base for runway 6. We're going to roll to the end and turn around and go back out on 24.
Roger, sounds good, Person County.
All right, set up. Don't forget.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I was just
Now
listening.
you got to get ahead of the game. You're behind. Power back more and turn.
departing the area to the south,
And make your turn.
person.
Power on back. Because if you don't, you're going to be high and fast. Power on back some more. You're still at 19. There you go. 10 degrees flaps. Good.
We have the Seminole inside, Person County.
And 2 Papa Alpha is about to turn final for 6, Person County. Hitting low. Be careful. And Diamond, that's inbound, how far out are you? We'll be happy to clear the runway if you get close.
We're currently 2 nautical miles to the west right now, and we're currently still descending down to traffic pattern altitude, so we can enter at a 45 for the downwind runway 24 first.
2 Papa Alpha, thanks. You're diving in. If you aim for the grass and don't change it, that's where we'll hit. What you want is to set your ramp, your sliding board, where you want to be. See that end, green light's rising? But you got plenty of speed, not enough flaps. So what you're doing is diving in with too much speed, and that's going to make it float. Now you've lost the speed, now we're looking good again. Smooth, smooth, smooth. That's better.
Now taxiing off.
We're going to roll all the way to the end. Just keep it rolling at about the speed you got. We're going to go to the end, turn around, come back.
Okay.
Actually, sun's now kind of behind the clouds a bit, so it's not as bad. And Diamond coming in to Person, the sun's now kind of behind the clouds a little bit. Whichever runway you want to use, we're good with.
Well, now that we're this far down the runway, we might as well just do it. I think.
First County traffic, November 413 Bravo Lima currently is entering the downwind at a 45 for runway 24 first. And we have this traffic in sight first.
Okay, then that works for us too. We'll just turn around and launch back off 24 and stay in the pattern. 172 Papa Alpha.
Roger that, First County.
First County traffic, signal 83220 Sierra, exiting the area to the south, last call first.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is taking off runway 24, Person County.
Good. Good radio communication. One of my pet peeves is people saying, I'm taking the runway. That's all I can do to not say, oh, how long are you going to keep it? Because we'd sure like to use it in a few minutes.
Rotate.
But I haven't been quite that snarky yet.
First County, November 413 Bravo Lima, turning base, runway 23.
So you're taking your jet off from Burlington?
Yep.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, turning final, runway 24.
Got the throttle all the way in?
Do.
What else do you not have all the way in?
Oh, shit. Well, you know, it's funny because just before you said that, I was about to say to you, you know what? This engine's not doing right. And it should have been I should have looked.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and make your turn.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24, Person County.
Even though he's low, we are low. If he's doing touch and goes, he's going to catch up with us.
You're right.
So it's a good lesson. Airplanes are very predictable creatures, and anytime they aren't doing what you're expecting, start looking for the reason.
322 uniform, heading northeast, using runway 2.
2 Papa Alpha, Person County is using runway 24 right now.
Okay, thanks. Full reports entering the left downwind for 24.
And we have 2 aircraft in the pattern.
Okay.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is downwind for runway 24, Person County.
Blue Ridge traffic, Hawk 701,
Think about your numbers.
10 miles northeast.
Not low and
Turn
not high
downwind
enough.
for runway 13 for Blue Ridge.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, clear of runway 24, Person County.
He's not in the pattern. Thought he said he was. Oh well.
Looking good.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County.
Person County traffic, November 413 Bravo Lima is taxiing back on Alpha for runway 24 departure, staying in the traffic pattern. Person.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 24, Person County.
Blue Ridge traffic, Skyhawk 701 Lima uniform, 5 miles northeast, inbound for the left downwind, runway 13. Blue Ridge.
Okay, angles look good. Doing a good job of lining up on the runway. Watch that airspeed. You don't have much drag in yet. So point it where you want it to go, within reason. And you obviously can't point it straight down, but, or at least I'd prefer you didn't. And then control your speed with power. Now, remember when it starts back down, you still got a little bit left. And you need to use it.
Okay. So I came in too fast.
You actually didn't do bad. Just a little bit fast because that's why we floated, but
Right.
not bad.
No, but that was the first thing in my mind.
Well, I mean, that's the correct analogy of why.
I should have held it longer. And
Well, you got the power all the way out. You were high and had 1,400 RPM in. If you'd pulled the power a little bit sooner,
okay.
you would have probably bled off that last little
Okay.
bit of speed as you got to the flare.
Okay.
But you started the flare in the right place.
Okay.
Your altitude was good. The round out was nice and slow and smooth. Just a tiny bit of overdoing and it ballooned a little bit. And when you held that, stopped it from going up, but when it starts back down, which you know it's going to, does it every time. You go up, it will come back down.
Yeah.
You just have to be ready to start adding more back pressure in.
Okay.
Blue Ridge traffic, Cherokee 223 Golf is on a 6-mile final for runway 30, practice approach.
And go ahead, turn early.
413 Bravo Lima, holding short. All right.
Keep climbing.
Person traffic. Bonanza 322 uniform in a crosswind for runway 24, Person County.
And Person County 2 Papa Alpha, we're just ahead of the Bonanza and turning on crosswind at this time, about to turn downwind. Bonanza, if you want to cut in front of us, we'll extend crosswind a little bit.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Yeah, you're faster than us, so you might as well be ahead.
Nice of you.
All right, keep your climb going because we need to gain the altitude.
Okay.
You see him right here, so he's cutting in.
Runway 13, full stop.
And we'll just hook back and come back in behind him. We'll be in good shape.
Okay.
If you see him, if not, you can still start your turn in. He's turning.
I see him. This is not
Person
considered.
County, November 413 Bravo Lima, taking off runway 24, Person County.
Oh, jeez.
So now back your power out to normal cruise.
322 uniform, Bonanza. Mid downfield, 24, Person County.
Because that Bonanza is about 120 knots right now, and we're doing about
Blue Ridge traffic.
barely on
95.
95.
Final runway
So
13.
now you kind of cut back in on a 45, and unless he does a hellaciously long base leg, downwind, we're good.
See him now?
No, but go ahead and start turning back in.
Okay.
He should be out right over in there.
There he is. Him over there? Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is coming in 45 degree for downwind, Person County. Runway 24.
322 uniform, the Bonanza to the left. Let's see. Base 24, Person County.
Yeah, always look all around you, but then think about where your downwind needs to be.
Yeah, I'm not in a good spot.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to get to a...
Well, you're at 90-degree angle right now.
Yeah, I was trying to do 40. Okay, so I was...
Keep working.
Okay. I was going to do 45, but I was...
But you're getting in pretty tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep your nose up. Don't come down yet. Hey, we're in tighter than we normally fly.
You're right.
Okay, so make your adjustments. Make it all work. The nose is way down. You're losing altitude with the power up and no flaps. Remember, Tom, you always got to go back to your game.
Okay.
You can't get distracted by other people and forget about what your airplane has to do. It's easy to get so focused on another airplane that you just totally, forget that you're still in control of your airplane. And I see it a lot. And one of the things
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, turning crosswind, runway 24.
is to always be hitting your numbers.
Right. Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County. I'm a little bit low. Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 24, Person County.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, entering the downwind runway 24, Person County.
Looking good. Now, about to be a little high, so start bringing your power on back. Not huge, but enough so your sink rate continues. Angle looks great. Sliding board looks good. All right, power coming all the way out. Don't drop the nose, please. Just hold what you had. Power all the way out.
It is.
When you drop the nose, what ends up
Yeah,
happening
it's just the opposite then.
yeah, you come in with all the speed, but shorter. Right foot.
Let's try to get back to the center line. Guess that's not as important.
Well, it depends on if you're about to touch, then you got to get it straight. If you still got enough altitude to play with, then I certainly think getting back on the center line is important.
Person County, November 413, Bravo Lima, turning base, runway 24.
Hey, what, cutting grass at this place must be a full-time job.
It's pretty close to it.
Person County, November 413, Bravo Lima, turning final, runway 24.
Person County Drive 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24, Person County. Person County Drive 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24, Person County.
Okay, so this time we're going to practice an engine out.
Oh, shoot.
What you mean, oh shoot, I thought you liked challenges.
413 Bravo Lima, clear runway 24.
I do.
Okay, so your target's to get on or past the 1,000-foot point, but not way past.
Okay.
Just lost your engine. Power repeat. Mixture. All the way in. Slow down to glide speed. Don't hold the mixture. I've seen pilots pull it instead of the throttle. Their hand's in the wrong place.
Hands in the wrong. Person County Drive 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County.
Remember, you can't come way back. You've got to stay where you're looking down. Not over, not normal. You got to be looking down. Odds are real good you're not going to get back.
You're right.
All right, let's go back and make it normal.
All right.
It's all right. That's what we're up here for. So
No.
don't hold the nose way up. Remember, we don't have power to climb. You can level out if you add some power, but we can't really climb.
Person County Track 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 24 Person County.
All right, put the numbers back where they need to be. Think about how you're going to do it. And get aggressive so that we don't end up way out of sorts. They still got a lot of yoke there left.
Yep.
Okay, but that's not bad. The roundout's beautiful. It's nice and slow and gentle. It's working well for you. It's just that last little bit.
That seems to be the Achilles heel.
Yeah, for most everybody.
That's good to know. So let me talk to you.
Right foot.
Talk to you about the.
Good.
Talk to you about the engine out thing. I should have turned a lot sooner.
Yes. The thing that you're not used to gliding with no power.
Correct.
Okay. So you can't glide at the same. Glide at close to the same pitch, maybe a tiny bit lower, but you're not going to be as fast and you're not going to go as far. And hence, that means you always need to be looking down at about a 20-degree angle. You can't be looking at a 4-degree angle and make it work.
Okay.
And then once you're sure you got it made, now you got tools in your toolkit, flaps, side slips, zigzagging, things that you can make the plane get down, but you got nothing that can make it go back up.
701 Lima uniform, 3 miles east, departing to the northeast, last call Blue Ridge.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24 Person County.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, taking off runway 24.
Keep your climb going.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24 Person County.
Hannibal traffic, Saratoga 156, 10 miles south west of the field, descending 2,900, inbound for landing 34, Hannibal traffic.
Hanover traffic, Cherokee 180 Delta Papa's on about a 3-mile 45 for downwind for runway 34 Hanover.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County.
Person County, November 413, Bravo Lima, turning crosswind.
Well, which runway?
Good point. I happen to know because I heard him say he's taken off, but
I know,
but that is not the point. The point's exactly what you were advocating for.
Yep.
Is somebody else just tuning into frequency would not know.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 24, Person County.
Looking good.
Person County, November 413, Bravo Lima, turning downwind, runway 24, Person County.
Okay, so now make your decisions, get the job done. It might be about to figure this out.
I don't know if you noticed, but as soon as I pulled the power, I did not drop the nose.
I did notice.
That's
right,
the thing.
right foot.
That's the thing I've been working on.
Good. And that's important. It really is, because the plane is more trimmed for the slightly higher speed.
Person County, November 413, Bravo Lima, turning base, runway 24, Person County.
And so there's a natural natural aerodynamic principle that would make it want to drop the nose. It's up to you to start easing in enough pressure just to keep it stable.
Yep.
Person County, November 413, Bravo. Final County.
He's got problems.
Student.
Oh my.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're a little further along than he is.
Alpha on the RNAV 22, full stop, Siler City.
Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24, Person County. Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24, Person County.
Hey, you hear that motor revving?
Yeah.
But you're not up at altitude yet. Like some clouds moving this way.
Yeah. Where are you flying to?
Tupelo, Mississippi.
Interesting.
Siler, this is Barron, 5 miles straight in, 22, full stop, Siler.
Person
Somebody's stepping on
County.
somebody.
All right, motor just quit. Barb heat, extra rich, fuel selector, slow the plane down, Don't dive in. 70 knots. If you want to grab some trim, that'll help you keep it slow. And you don't want to be looking straight down at it. If you're looking straight down, we're going to go way long, but you do want to be looking down. Think about your altitude, look at your altimeter, think about where you are, what you're seeing. Right now, we're going to really have to work hard to get down. Full flaps. You're turning in way too soon. We're going to be halfway or 3/4 of the way down the runway by the time we're done. But that's okay. It's all a learning process. Maintain speed. Right there is where we wanted to land.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm thinking if it really was an engine out, then the fact that I'm still alive.
Yep.
Person County, 4113 Sierra, type diamond 20, 11 miles to the south.
Move. Can't pitch up too much. Got full flaps in and no power. Watch that airspeed like a hawk. Work it slowly. Good. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, let's go.
That was a better landing than I
open.
normally do. I had to do these more often.
And you can't make it do stuff it ain't made to do. You know, there's no miracle.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just overly conscious about clearing obstacles. And that was a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure that was. But remember, you can overpower the muscle. If you trim this plane all the way to the stop, you can overpower it. Now, you'll get tired pretty fast.
Yes.
But you can do it.
But my body should be telling me this is not normal. I should be able to look at the controls and say something's wrong.
Well,
it's like listening to the engine.
You should feel them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew the engine was not sounding right. I knew I pushed a couple of times earlier, and I'm like, okay.
Something's bad.
I wanted to say something, and I should have, but I didn't.
Well, it's good. Good. All this is good learning.
I just realized that I'm a lot farther up because I took off farther.
Yeah, you took off like you're on a 1,500-foot long runway. Or 2,000 anyhow.
Holy shit. Person County Traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24, Person County.
Person County, number 413 Bravo Lima, taking off runway 24.
I think I know why I know he's new.
At least he said taking off. That's an improvement.
But he's saying November. Most people don't say November.
That would be true. That would be somewhat of a giveaway.
I mean, if I was his instructor, I'd go like, hey, I got it. But you probably don't need to say November. Everybody's got a November.
Yeah, November is generic to the
US.
United States.
Yep.
However, I can easily understand why a student would think you would say it.
Because they're doing the right thing. They see the number, they're like, okay, cool, November.
And some people write the November in their logbooks, some don't. Okay, so think about what happened last time. What you're going to do a little bit different this time.
Uniform, stick the runway 24.
Not going to turn as fast as soon.
We're going to make a right-hand turn out of the pattern.
Are we doing it again?
Yes, but we're going to extend a tiny bit because of this other plane taking off. So I know where he is. I know what's going on. So I'm not going to necessarily tell him that we are doing an engine out or doing a turn-based leg until he's had time to start moving. Power out. Now you can say turn it base.
172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County.
I have a feeling this one's going to work a little better.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, turning downwind, runway
Now,
24.
notice you're still looking down, right?
Yes.
Speed's good, so let's start dumping in more flaps.
Okay.
Keep the nose coming over a little bit, not way over, but enough to control airspeed. Right now, pitch is airspeed. Still looking high, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so we can use the side slip. All right, so we can put in right foot, left wing, but nose still down. Airspeed is not real accurate right here, but the nose down, I know I'm not, but look at the sink rate.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So we're falling out of the air, but that's what's needed right now. Otherwise, we go long. As long as that point's holding still,
Yeah, but
now you roll out of it,
we're going to stay in a pattern here.
and fly your pattern, fly your plane.
Okay.
Make a good landing. Oh, you overdoing it.
I know.
More. All right. At least you're not planting it on the nose.
Thank you.
I can live with a lot, but I can't live with planting it on the nose.
I know. That's like one of your things.
It is a big one.
And the second,
But you're doing okay with it.
and the second thing is you're riding the brakes thing.
That's it.
Those
True.
are the two things. I've learned that.
And then precision on the numbers. Close as you can. I mean, nobody's perfect, but you know, you want numbers that are targets, and you want to think of them and then use them.
Okay.
There's a tendency by a lot of people to just say, oh, okay, that's close. And close really should, I mean, close may be as good as you get,
413 Bravo Lima,
but
turning base.
your
runway
goal should be
24,
to be
Person County.
the best you can be.
Hey, 413, how are the weather conditions there?
We got some clouds towards the in the downwind, so we just start dropping below them for our descent. So Person County.
How high are they?
Yeah, Person's pretty clear, more to the west and southwest. The little clouds seem to be moving towards the airport from the east side at about 1,400 feet.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, entering final, runway 24, Person County.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24, Person County.
But don't get in too tight. You're fine right now. Just think about where you're headed. Get in too tight. If you get too tight, it's hard to make a good
left base,
engine out as well.
Are we doing another one?
Yep.
Hey. Whew. I need a mop to wipe up this seat when I'm done. Thank you for that.
It doesn't bother me.
Bothers me. I don't want to be sitting in sweat.
I don't mean that. I mean, I don't sweat for doing it.
Oh, thank you.
County traffic light track 1, we're
All right, motor just
7 miles north.
You see this guy?
Which guy?
Landing runway 23.
Got a guy. Well, we may have to start coming down.
322 uniform.
Fly it
County
down.
runway 24.
How about him?
Final.
Yeah, he's out turning on base legs.
Right there.
Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, clear runway 24.
Don't we do regular
Person
landing?
County.
Let's do engine out from here. Yeah, you can't go through the clouds either. Okay, square it out because you're high. Feel like you're looking way down at it?
Yeah.
Let's put some more flaps in. Maybe not all of them, but put some more in.
It all.
we may have a go-around situation developing. Okay, so you keep working your game. Don't watch it. You got to stay on your airspeed. If he doesn't get clear of the runway, we're going to go around.
Okay.
So remember the conversation we were texting?
Yep.
So it's power up, pitch up, and clean up, right?
Yep. Picking off?
I'm not sure what he's doing. All right, let's go around, wide open. And Person County 2 Papa Alpha is going around. Hey, you notice that all that pitching up, you got to control that. Now, you want to turn this
322
way.
uniform clearing to Alpha 4.
Why is he not,
Because we want to be able to see him just in case he doesn't do
Ass.
something stupid.
why didn't he,
They had a
why
door
didn't he say
pop open.
something?
All right, keep your climb going.
I almost feel like saying something smart, like, thanks for letting us know that you were just, you know,
Well,
Xing off.
you know, in life,
I know.
one of the things that helps me when I want to be snarky is I figure most people are doing the best they can. And maybe they can't live up to my standards, but they're doing the best they can. Now, that's not always true, but it makes me feel good.
It's almost like you want to educate them, though.
Well, it is.
You want to
but-
say, hey, in the future, I get it, you might not have been thinking, but it's always a good thing to communicate what you're doing so that we don't have to do a go-around.
Well, if we had communicated sooner, he might have realized that he needed to move faster. I don't know, but
I mean, I guess I could have taken control and said, you know, I could have said, we're on final. Will the runway be clear?
well, if you read the regs, the basic reg says that the
Person
plane.
County, November 413 Bravo Lima, taking off runway 24, Person County.
Says the plane landing has the right-of-way, but may not use that to try to force somebody else to exit the runway and that they don't say it exactly this way. I don't remember exactly the quote.
You're right.
But at a dangerous method. Now, that guy was taking his own sweet time. He should have been, knowing that other planes were in the pattern, he should have been moving a little faster and cleared the runway and then worried about his door. Probably want to have it open for fresh air anyway. But,
Traffic, Galaxy Sierra Bravo is about 3 miles west of the field, overflying west to east at 3,500 summit.
I've had a door pop open on Barron running 200 knots. It's not fun. Person County 2, Papa Alpha, midfield downwind for 24, Person.
I'm sorry.
Monroe Airport, went to Monroe Echo.
There's somebody taking off, too.
8 miles.
That's the guy that
Papa
landed.
Alpha, this is
Well,
Banana
actually
322
not.
uniform.
Maybe
I'm sorry
not.
this had to roll along. We had a door pop open on takeoff of it, so a little concerned with that one.
I understand. I've had it happen.
Turn right, get out of your way. Flying up north.
Have a safe trip.
Are we doing a power out? Know what I mean?
Well, let's do normal. And out here, we're going to have another learn. See these clouds?
Yeah, the
We got to
322
get
uniform
down.
is burning 24.
So we're in an airspace where we're supposed to be 500 below them
Right, we're not.
until we get to 13. At 13, you can level back out and just stay clear of them. All right.
Person County Drive 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County.
So now we're not much lower than normal, but we are a tiny bit. So that means we have to make some adjustments along with what we're doing.
In the downwind, crosswind, runway 24, County. Person County, November 413 Bravo Lima, turning downwind, runway 24, Person County.
Okay, so now we got to regroup back into our normal setup. So we can't lose track of everything going on. Person County, 2 Papa Alpha, final 24 person.
Person County, 413 Sierra is about 5 miles to the south, doing a simulated emergency descent, Person County.
So winds, if anything's on my side of the plane. That'd be right wing down.
Person County number
So
413 Bravo Lima.
Very slow, very slow.
Person County.
Remember, you can't make that quick jerk up.
Yeah.
You gotta get it done. You're on the right thought process. Just can't do it that abruptly. You're acknowledging the need, just over controlling it.
Yep.
Person County number 413 Bravo Lima, turning final, runway 24.
Pitching up to us. Final, and we're just barely leaving the runway. Oh, that's because we went far out earlier. That's right.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Plus, he's a little bit if he's a 40, he's faster than we are.
Mostly because he's lighter.
Well, lighter, and he also has 180 horses.
Oh, I didn't know it was that big.
Person County number 413. Around, runway 24.
Person County traffic, November 413 Bravo Lima is going to be departing the traffic pattern to the southwest, Person County.
Hanover traffic, Cessna 9545. Bump area.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24, Person County. Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24, Person County.
Hanover traffic, Victim 292 Tango Alpha is 5 miles to the northwest, inbound to the lane on 34. Hey Warren, pardon. That rain shower looks like it's there. We're about King's Dominion.
Want me to stay a little bit lower again?
Yeah, don't want to get into the clouds. Right now, I think you're fine where you are.
Right.
I think there's kind of a hole through there.
County traffic 401 Bravo Lima, Diamond 40, 9 miles to the south inbound to join in the traffic pattern for 240 person.
One leaves, one comes.
Motor just quit. And Person County 2 Papa Alpha simulated engine out, runway 24, person returning base. You're looking way down. Think about what you're going to do. Remember, now that you're sure you got it, you can cut away from it a bit. You can go past it and come back. But you got to maintain airspeed control. If you turn in high, you better start working to get down. How you going to do it?
Hanover traffic, 818, Tango Alpha is on 45 for down 34, Hanover.
By the time you master this, you should be from the end of the runway to that first taxiway, 1,500 feet, and stopped.
Well, I got some practicing to do.
Yep.
Don't I?
On the other hand, you haven't been low yet, but one time. If you did this and ended up, the trees were where these markers were, just don't hit a big tree head on. Move now, right wing tiny bit, right wing, and work it slowly, very slow. But keep working it, keep working, keep working. So you're still waiting to the last second and snatching at it a bit. But better, you didn't snatch it and go up again. You just... Whew. Not too high, please. Person 2 Papa Alpha just took off on 24, stand in the pattern, Person County, Raleigh Regional.
Person County, Raleigh Regional, 401 Bravo Lima, 4.5 miles southeast of the field. We'll join in the downwind for 24 off the 45. Person County.
Now everybody's going to be calling it.
401, can you let us know what it's like there in the pattern? Clouds were looking pretty low to us when we were looking earlier. It's 41130.
Yeah, they're getting kind of tight on the approach end. You might have to start down a tiny bit early to stay legal, but still doable. I think if you go ahead and turn crosswind, we might be ahead of it.
Person County, traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24, Person County.
Remember, you can't make that steep 15-degree climb. Just the plane runs out of energy.
Where is he?
Over here.
Yep.
All right. Call the downwind.
Person County, traffic 172 Papa Alpha is downwind for runway 24, Person County.
Traffic 7419 Golf on left crosswind for runway 23, Monroe.
Well, maybe we'd have cut him off a little bit.
Yeah, I was looking for him and I couldn't find him.
Yeah, Person County traffic 410 Bravo Lima. Has traffic in sight. We're going to be following you guys on the downwind for...
Yeah, sorry, I mistimed that. I thought we were going to be ahead of you, but I think maybe we cut you off. Apologize to Bob Alpha.
No, you're all good. This is 401 Bravo Lima. You're all good. We'll just follow you behind you.
You wondering when I was going to figure that out?
Control your plane.
You didn't hear what I said. My trim was completely jacked up. That's why
sorry.
I was. No, it's my fault. I'm in control.
Yeah, well, you flew good.
But that's what I said to you. I said, I fixed
that's
it.
The reason.
I said, I thought you were thinking, when is he going to figure it out?
No, I was sitting there wondering why you're pitching up 15 degrees. Now I kind of know.
Okay, that was a trick question.
All right, so you're 700 feet up. That's going to change your profile a bit. Think about how you're going to adjust for it.
401 Bravo Lima is on downwind. We got downwind traffic in sight.
You want me to...
Normal flight.
Okay. Person County, traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning base for runway 24, Person County. I lied. I'm not really turning yet, but I will be.
Well, I'd lead that call a little bit.
Okay.
Just so other people got a chance to say something before I cut them off.
I just didn't want to make it too tight a turn.
I agree. You need to fly a rectangle.
I know.
Well, the way you do it is before you start the turn, look, see what's off your shoulder. That way you know what, as you come around, you know that this building up here is pretty much right on base leg. Then make any adjustments you need.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning final for runway 24, Person County.
County traffic 401 Bravo Lima extending downwind for traffic on B.
And Papa Alpha will be a touch and go at Person County. Watch that airspeed. Now, power is not the answer right now. The answer is you're high and you need to push the nose over to get speed back. Remember, there's always two ways to do it. The question is which one benefits you the most. And then remember, it may not be any wind now, but if there is, you're working to be on the center line with your wings, nose pointed straight ahead, working the flare. You're a little fast, it's going to float, stay on top of it. Keep working it. Slowly. More. Okay. That was better in the control of the pitch.
Yeah.
2 Papa Alpha taking off on 2-4 Person. 2 Papa Alpha's taking off on Person. Right foot. Good.
Alpha landing, we'll be setting up on those downwind on the 45 to runway 34, Hanover.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning crosswind for runway 24, Person County.
New River Valley 75 Echo Hotel is 10 miles to the northeast. We'll be entering a 45 downwind for 06, New River Valley.
Person County traffic 172 Papa Alpha is turning downwind for runway 24, Person County.
County traffic 401 Bravo Lima is leaving the traffic pattern towards the west, Person County. 5 runway 34 down. 401, were you able to do pattern work? Clouds are a little low, maybe about like 1,400, 1,500.
Well, that guy's leaving.
Yep.
He only did one landing, he's leaving. Guess he's afraid of the clouds.
That could be.
Maybe he's a student.
No, it's likely an instructor with a student.
Right.
Maybe the student's not ready to deviate from the baseline. All right, motor quit. Keep your nose down. Well, you're doing good. Just let you glide.
And Brookville County, Brookville traffic, Cessna 15 to west, inbound for landing.
And Person County, 2 Papa Alpha is base leg for runway 24. Raleigh Regional Wet, Person County. Looking good. And when you're sure you got it made, go to full flaps, but not before. Concentrate on the flare. There you go. That was a good one. Let's stop on that one.
Yay! Thank you.
Did a great job on the engine out. You landed close to where you're supposed to be. You did a good job on the flare. Look good. Whew. And Person County 2 Papa Alpha, we're going to be clearing the runway momentarily. Slow her down.
I was afraid to hit the brakes.
Don't be afraid to hit the brakes.
Okay.
If you come in this turn hot and try to force it, it can tip over.
Okay.
It is not often, but I've seen tricycle gears up on 2 wheels in a turn. It's scary looking. You drag the wing, you literally, I don't know that you truly flip it over, but you get over like this.
Right.
The last accident I saw out here was a guy on a tail dragger, 170 Cessna, absolutely gorgeous. Wasn't show plane quality, but it was something to be proud of. He'd had it about 10, 12 hours.
Oh, gee.
And he decided he had to make a turnoff. Way back, he landed short, and he tried to make one of those turnoffs coming up this way, way back. And he got on the brakes too hard, put it up on the nose. All because in his head he had to make the turnoff. Well, no, you don't have to make the turnoff. You can roll to the next one. As long as there's runway in front of you, you can change your mind.
The only time that becomes an issue is at Raleigh, at RDU, because I've been forced off the runway.
Well, even then, what you got to understand is a couple of things. That's right. That's key words, unable. If they jammed you, the guy coming in behind you, I don't give a rip. It's a 747. Don't wreck your plane trying to... Because if you lost control of your plane and caused an accident near the runway edge, now that whole runway shut down until they get the plane moved.
Yeah.
So there's no gain... Back to that reg we were talking about not being able to force the plane in front of you off the runway. But at the same token, you also do want to be courteous.
Right.
So I don't like sliding the tires, but if I need to use the brakes fairly hard, I'm not opposed to that. My preference is not to do it every time.
Right.
But you do it if you need to get if you realize, hey, I'm too hot. It's like rolling up to an intersection on a car. There's a point where you may have to push the brakes kind of hard.
I do wish they'd move that trailer.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm going to say something to Bill about it.
It's unnecessarily.
They could move it about 10, 12 feet further into that corner. It'd make life easy.